The Zombie Star. The Hidden Laboratory. Chapter 1. The search continues. Klaus and Lena, more determined than ever to uncover the truth behind the zombie outbreak, venture deeper into the heart of the infected territory. Following the clues they have gathered, they tread cautiously, acutely aware of the dangers lurking around every corner. They do their best to avoid any unnecessary confrontations with the zombies roaming the desolate streets, using their wits and survival skills to stay alive. As they progress through the eerie urban landscape, they find solace in their shared determination and frequently discuss their findings. Sharing theories about the mysterious scientist and the conspiracy surrounding the outbreak. Klaus remains skeptical about the scientist's intentions, questioning whether they could truly be an ally. Lena, on the other hand, is more optimistic, believing that there might be a hidden agenda behind the entire conspiracy that they have yet to uncover. Their journey leads them to an old factory complex on the outskirts of the city, its decrepit buildings a stark reminder of the world that once was. Investigating the area, they discover a hidden room buried deep within the complex, filled with documents and research materials. The information within suggests that the factory might have been a secret research facility connected to the outbreak, and that the truth they seek may be closer than they realize. Excited by their discovery, Klaus and Lena decide to search the factory thoroughly for more clues. Hoping that it will lead them closer to the truth and the mysterious scientist. They carefully comb through the abandoned facility, finding remnants of experiments and technology that were once cutting edge but now lay forgotten. As they delve deeper into the secrets of the factory, they begin to uncover unsettling evidence that raises more questions than answers. Little do they know that they are about to face new challenges and dangers that will test their strength, determination, and bond with each other. Will they be able to survive the trials ahead? Or will the truth they seek remain forever out of reach? The search continues. Chapter 2. New Allies. Having explored the factory complex, Klaus and Lena decide to leave the site and continue their search for the mysterious scientist. As they make their way through the city, they encounter a group of survivors who appear to be in dire straits. Surrounded by zombies, the survivors are on the verge of being overrun. Klaus and Lena, without hesitation, jump into action to save them. Working together, they manage to fend off the zombies and save the beleaguered survivors. Grateful for the assistance, the survivors introduce themselves as a diverse and skilled team who have also been seeking a cure for the zombie infection. They have been following their own leads, tracking down the shadowy organization they believe to be responsible for the outbreak. Klaus and Lena decide to join forces with the group, recognizing that they share a common goal and that they can be more effective together. Each member of the new team brings unique talents and knowledge, ranging from medical expertise to combat experience. As they swap stories and compare notes, the bond between the group members begins to strengthen, and they find solace in their shared mission. Together, they continue the search for the hidden laboratory and the mysterious scientist, following the breadcrumbs left behind by the elusive figure. As they navigate the treacherous and zombie-infested streets, they encounter various obstacles and challenges, including hostile survivor groups and harrowing zombie encounters. Through teamwork and cooperation, the group overcomes these challenges, growing closer as a unit in the process. As they delve deeper into the heart of the infected territory, the group becomes more and more determined to uncover the truth behind the outbreak and find the cure. They know that time is running out, and the stakes are higher than ever. With each step, they are drawing closer to their ultimate goal, but the challenges that lie ahead are unlike any they have faced before. Chapter 3: The Hidden Laboratory. As our group approached the fortified structure in the distance, it became clear that this was the abandoned military facility we had been searching for. With whispered agreement, we gathered our gear and cautiously advanced toward the compound, our hearts pounding in anticipation. Lena, the experienced strategist among us, suggested that we split into smaller teams to cover more ground and increase our chances of finding the lab. Our group members nodded in agreement, acknowledging the wisdom of her plan. With our strategy in place, we infiltrated the facility, navigating the dark and eerie corridors, our footsteps muffled by the silence. As we delved deeper into the compound, we heard the unmistakable sound of shuffling footsteps approaching. We halted, preparing ourselves for a confrontation. Moments later, a group of zombies that had once been the research staff appeared, their faces twisted in grotesque expressions. They shambled toward us, reaching out with rotting hands. Our group sprang into action, each member employing their unique skills to fight off the undead. Lena used her agility and martial arts training to take down multiple zombies, while Klaus wielded his trusty fire axe, splitting the skulls of the monsters that dared to approach him. The others in our group fought with equal determination, using any weapons they had on hand to eliminate the threat and push forward. As we continued our search, we stumbled upon a horrifying sight: mutated zombies, the result of failed experiments. Their grotesque features and unnerving movements sent a collective shudder through our group. These monsters were unlike any we had ever seen before, their limbs elongated and twisted, their eyes glowing with a sinister light. It was clear that we faced an even greater challenge than before. Despite our fear, we pressed on, our resolve hardening as we realized that we were close to our goal. We engaged the mutated zombies in a grueling battle, our skills and teamwork put to the test. Every member of our group fought with all they had, pushing themselves to their limits. The battle raged on, and eventually, we emerged victorious, though exhausted and battered. With the mutated zombies defeated, we discovered the hidden laboratory, concealed deep within the facility. The entrance was well camouflaged, almost undetectable to the untrained eye. Upon entering, it became apparent that this lab held vital information about the shadowy organization responsible for the outbreak. We searched the room meticulously, gathering data and resources that would prove invaluable in our quest for the truth. Feeling a sense of accomplishment, we realized that we were one step closer to confronting the scientist. With renewed determination, our group prepared for the upcoming showdown, knowing that the fate of humanity rested in our hands. We couldn't afford to fail, and we would do whatever it took to stop the zombie threat once and for all. Chapter 4. Confronting the Scientist. As we ventured further into the depths of the laboratory, we couldn't help but feel a mixture of anxiety and determination. We knew that the scientist we sought was near, and that the answers we so desperately needed were within our grasp. The air was thick with tension, our hearts pounding in our chests as we pressed on. Finally, we found ourselves standing in front of a heavy steel door. We exchanged glances, silently acknowledging that this was the moment we had been working toward. Taking a deep breath, Klaus stepped forward and pushed the door open, revealing the room beyond. Inside, we were met with a sight that we could never have anticipated. There, in the center of the dimly lit room, stood the mysterious scientist, hunched over a workbench, engrossed in his experiments. As he turned to face us, we noticed that his face was lined with exhaustion and desperation, a far cry from the cold and calculating mastermind we had expected. Klaus, his voice steady and strong, confronted the scientist. He demanded to know the truth behind the conspiracy and the scientist's role in the zombie outbreak. The scientist hesitated for a moment, his gaze darting between the members of our group. Finally, he broke his silence, revealing a story that none of us could have predicted. The scientist explained that he had initially been forced to cooperate with the shadowy organization responsible for the outbreak. They had threatened the lives of his loved ones if he did not comply. However, as time went on, he realized the horrifying extent of their plans and decided to work against them from within. He had been secretly searching for a cure, hoping to put an end to the organization's nefarious schemes and save humanity. As we listened to the scientist's tale, our initial anger and mistrust faded, replaced by an understanding of the difficult position he had found himself in. We realized that, in a way, he was just as much a victim of the conspiracy as the countless people who had been affected by the zombie outbreak. With the truth finally revealed, we knew that we had a new ally in our fight against the organization. Our group, now united in a common goal, prepared to embark on the next stage of our mission to refine and mass-produce the zombie cure. Expose the conspiracy, and save the world from the undead menace that threatened to consume it. Chapter 5. A New Hope. As our group stood in the hidden laboratory, the scientist led us to the precious prototype of the zombie cure he had been working on. With a mix of awe and relief, we marveled at the small vial that held the key to humanity's salvation. The scientist, however, was quick to remind us that the fight was far from over. He explained that although the prototype was a significant breakthrough, it needed to be refined and mass-produced before it could be effectively used to save the world from the zombie threat. The task that lay ahead of us was daunting, but we were more determined than ever to see it through. As we prepared to leave the laboratory, our newfound ally shared his knowledge of the shadowy organization's operations, giving us valuable insights that would aid us in our mission. We knew that we were not only fighting against the zombie horde, but also against the corrupt forces that had unleashed the deadly outbreak upon the world. As we made our way back to the surface, the bonds forged between our diverse group of survivors had grown stronger. Each of us brought unique skills, knowledge, and determination to the fight, and we were united in our shared goal to save humanity. With the prototype cure in our possession and a newfound sense of purpose, our group vowed to continue our mission, no matter the obstacles that lay ahead. We would expose the conspiracy, stop the zombie threat, and bring hope to a world that had been plunged into darkness. Together, we embarked on our journey, carrying the weight of humanity's survival on our shoulders, as we stepped into the uncertain future. Ready to face whatever challenges awaited us in our quest to save the world.